What's going on, everybody? It is Coach Jan here, and I am driving to the premiere of Sakra, Donnie Yen's new film, and we're going to do a Tai Chi to the People session. I wanted to start right away at 5 o'clock, and it's yeah, I'll be there a few minutes behind due to some accidents on the in LA traffic. But you know, guys, I want to take this moment to talk to you about what the trajectory for the channel, the trajectory for a lot of the training that I've been doing. I am this year, because I've mentioned this before, I got into a car accident last year. I've been really conscious and cautious of my Tai Chi push hands training, specifically the sport training. And there you know, got some an MRI done and just need some healing in the lower back. And it's been offering me this amazing opportunity to revisit a lot of my Tai Chi principles and what I was taught and what is sustainable, what isn't. And you know, I've always, ever since I was a teenager, you know, I was doing Tai Chi when I was little, but ever since I was a teenager, I really felt, I was in high school and I was like, wow, man, like everybody needs to do Tai Chi. Everybody needs to experience this, because I knew I was touching something that I could do for my entire life and maintain a certain level of strength. And it's that strength that allowed me to do other things, and then I got distracted by those other things several times in life and did not prioritize my core Tai Chi push hands training. So, or should I say my core Tai Chi training, because push hands is a step beyond the core training. And just being able to train by yourself. The ability to train by yourself is one of the greatest gifts that will ever have. And the Neigong, all these exercises that you can do on your own. Of course, you're having your form, but having the Neigong. And then when you can visit it with a partner and do push hands, and specifically the soft push hands first, that to me is just, it's heaven. So revisiting that, I've really focused a lot more this year on the tailbone and my posture, and what I've really discovered, even in the last week, is the need, the value, once again rediscovering that value of softening the tailbone and dropping down, but while recognizing that that's something that you're doing only a few times during your form. As a matter of fact, I was watching a Muay Thai video, and it was talking about the proper posture for your Muay Thai fighting stance. And remember, Muay Thai is different than Muay Boran. Muay Thai is the sport of Thai fighting, and it's beautiful. And there's a bunch of ritual to it, but it is not Muay Boran, the traditional martial art. It is a sport. But to see how they drop the tailbone, and essentially they do a tuck. I don't do the tuck anymore. I haven't done the tuck of my pelvis for years. And that intentional tuck puts unnecessary pressure or tension in the groin, which has led for me and my father hernias. So, you know, my dad has had 2 hernias. He had to have 2 operations. I've had one. Had to have 1 operation before I was on actually right after the very first Tai Chi World Cup I did in Taiwan in 2004. So, and I was still technically in college. So, but the dropping of the tailbone, I've been saying for the last few weeks and the last several sessions that I was not doing that. And I think it's important to know structure and then break structure. I always talk about that, how valuable that can be. And so to know whatever your structure is for your Tai Chi, and then to deviate from it intentionally helps you that much more with that same structure. So, and I'll be at the premiere in 5 minutes, so we'll get to training then. But you know, I want to talk about the trajectory of the channel, because with these new explorations that I'm doing, and also just taking it lighter this year, and focusing a lot more on my video content and sharing the principles and the unique perspective of the Tai Chi principles in many ways through video content is a major theme for this year. So I just moved this past last week, and probably on last Friday, I just got my place in order. So a lot more training will be happening. I have probably 100-something hours of video content already shot for you guys, and a bunch of it's already uploaded, so I will be scheduling that in the coming week. So you'll start seeing regular releases again every day. And I'm trying to see if there's a chat on here that you guys can talk back to me on here, because I know that there is, but there it is. I think I see it. Top chat, live chat. Let's see. There we go. I think the live chat is going there. So yeah, if you guys have any thoughts, questions, or ideas that you want to share on your Tai Chi training or anything that you've seen on my channel thus far, until I get to the theater in a few moments. I'm always very interested to have those conversations, because it helps me and hopefully helps others, and I think it does. So, with that said, this year, let me see if I see anything from you guys. Top chat, live chat. Doing this while doing my best to be safe driving. But yeah, this year we're gonna there's just gonna be less sports push hands, aside from the stuff that's already been shot. And there's going to be a lot more, like for example, the concept of Om. If you've ever chanted the Om before, Amen. If you're a Christian, like Om, all of these sounds are connected, these primordial sounds. And I've been bringing that. I'm going to be sharing a video on bringing Om into your form, and that is really, really powerful stuff. So, and this is, why is it powerful? Well, there are many reasons, actually. I'll say that. It's many reasons that it's powerful, but one of the key reasons is the ability to feel the vibrations in your body, the vibrations that you are saying yourself, creating yourself. So if you have, hold on, out of the way. So if you are creating a vibration in the body, you are, every time you breathe, right? Every time you breathe, you are, the lungs are filling up, but there's a vibration happening in the body. There's a sensation that it goes through the whole body when you exhale. There's a sensation pushing out, and those vibrations you can start to direct outside of just allowing the air to come out. You're using, again, the breath as a vehicle for your attention. So utilizing Om and very specific breath work and visualization with Om, which is highly uncommon, that I've encountered. Very amazing stuff. Inhaling the sound, but keeping it in your head, and inhaling an A, pushing out a U sound, and bringing back an M sound into the heart. The focus on the different chakras, obviously the lower dantian, middle dantian, upper dantian are 3 of the 7 chakras in, maybe not so obvious, in Tai Chi and Kung Fu. So just being able to start integrating these things to me is really, really important, because it directly affects, again, I like bringing it back to practicality and sports training, martial training, and being able to test your martial capabilities in a sports setting. So I cannot recommend enough starting to bring in primordial sounds into your training, and from that really being able to expand out. So we'll be doing more of that this year. For me, a lot of times the year starts on April 1st, end of March, essentially spring. And yeah, guys, it's a good life. I'm as a New Yorker, I'm very happy to be in LA, and I have to say a big shout out to Mario Napoli, world champion Tai Chi push hands player, only American to win gold at the Chen Village competition. Also Tai Chi World Cup champion as well. And I only encountered Mario once when I was 17, maybe 18, 17 or 18. And I was very, very, I was shocked. I didn't expect to see what he was doing. But before I get to that story, Mario's teaching at New York Sanda, or aka New York Best Kickboxing, on Sifu David Ross's space in New York. And if you have the ability to go and train with Mario Napoli at New York Best Kickboxing, he's doing push hands there, I recommend you flock over there. You know, there are so few people in the United States that are truly experts in push hands, and like there's a bunch of people who know some really wonderful meditative stuff, but if you're an expert in push hands, that means you can play other martial arts really well, that you have Tai Chi principles that you have clarified, and that and you know how to make it work. So I cannot recommend enough going to Tai Chi push hands with Mario Napoli. Get over there as soon as you can. And great guy. We've communicated since I was a teenager, when I first saw him doing judo style, not even judo style, just like really, it looked like judo. It was like he was popping with his hands. He was doing these slapping, explosive pushes. And I know that Mario was trying to do a push hands tournament with palm strikes, create one in Italy, which I thought was just so cool. And that I don't know really what happened with that, but I remember that was part of the narrative around Mario. He was so essentially so dope at what he did that he needed to have his own tournament. And to a certain extent, you know, I totally get that. You know, the Tai Chi World Series that we did last year out here, that the first of its kind, where I was the head judge. That was my attempt at doing that, saying, okay, cool, how do we make Tai Chi more practical and add some cool stuff. Here we are at the event. So check out Mario Napoli. Shout out to Sifu David Ross, who is, it really just shows the kind of guy Sifu David Ross is to bring someone like Mario in. It's I think a very, very important thing he's done. And Sifu David Ross is one of my first ever sponsors, martial arts sponsors. Really just totally special human being, and I have a lot of love for him, so I do recommend you guys support. Definitely go and support them in that good Kung Fu Tai Chi training. Alright. Wonder if I could do a pause on this for a second. Don't necessarily need to keep you guys running around town with me. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna stop it and then we're gonna get back to it. I love you guys, so I'm gonna name this video differently. janstaichi.com, and much more good stuff coming soon. I'll be right back live in a moment with the actual training.